All right, welcome back to the Gentleman's Bureau. This is episode 22. And no, I'm not talking about the ballerina 22. We're talking about 22. We are back here. And let's see, Mark, you're still in Japan kicking it with the squids, the octopuses, and all the Asian good food they got over there. And Jed, you're just diving in the queso cheese dip that they have over there in Wisconsin. And I'm over here just kicking it in the snow over in Denver. And
No food,
some
dude.
boys. Yeah, yeah. Snow boys.
Just drowning in Coors Light.
Yeah,
Drowning in
yeah.
Coors Light. There we go.
Drowning in Coors Light. What's been up, man?
Uh, Not a whole lot. Just work, sleep, more work. Trying to game with the boys when we can. Schedules are a problem, but I think Mark, have we checked the inbox recently? Do we have any questions coming in from our fans?
Yeah, I got a question like what should I be doing, or like how do I address this kind of question, and they want some advice from the bureau.
Right.
So, as most of you know, or maybe some of you guys don't know, most of our viewers are actually women. Surprisingly, maybe they're trying to get in the man's head. I don't know. They're trying to find out about us men, how we work, how we function, and they watch our podcast. 81% of our viewers are women. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So I got a question from a nice lady.
Actually, that was just a single video. I went back and looked at the analytics. That was just one video, and looking at that video again, it's now balanced out some more. It's pretty
Oh,
50 at this point.
It would have been a lot cooler, Jed, if you just let Mark say that. We ran
Hey,
with it. But
we talk a lot of bullshit. I want to at least be accurate when we talk about our own shit.
oh, there we go. I was trying to get tampon advertisements on here, boy. All right. Well, she writes us, Dear Gentleman's Bureau, I have a really terrible situation, I think. So basically, what she says, I'm not gonna read it word for word because she rambles on about nothing. Sorry, woman.
wow.
Wow. No, she rambles on about it.
Jesus.
Oh my
That's
god.
very
No,
rude.
she rambles on like crazy.
We care. We care about the
We
rambling.
care, but
We're
I
here to
don't care
listen.
about your rambling, okay?
We're here to listen, all right?
She
I care.
says she's been dating this gentleman, um, maybe you can call him that, for about 8 months now, and she just realized because he never talked about it. She wasn't staying at his house, and they weren't living together. But he has kids. He doesn't just have one kid. He has 3 kids, and they never came up. He never told her about them. Um, he didn't try to hide them, she said, but he just never mentioned that he has 3 kids that actually live with him. And he was trying to bring her in to his apartment, and now she doesn't know if she should still be dating him. Is this a red flag? Should I be worried that he's not talking about 3 people that he takes care of, and the 8 month period that they've been together? And she just wanted to get our advice whether she should, be with this person still because of this situation. Like, what are the pros and cons? She's thinking, and what we could say as gentlemen to maybe sway her decisions.
All right, as the single man, I'm gonna take the lead on this one. One of the first things I ask women when I start like talking to them about like relationship stuff is if they have kids. So the fact that this never came up, like she didn't just ask him like, "Hey, do you have kids?" Like the fact that conversation never happened, that's a red flag on both their parts. More so his than hers. Also, I know quite a few parents. They never stop talking about their kids. Like, does he just like not care about his kid? Do they never do anything funny or interesting? Like hell, kids just fall down and it's kind of funny. I mean,
Yeah. Right.
or they just say
Right.
weird stuff. Like how how is it possible to keep 3 kids a secret for 8 months?
That's weird.
That's
Yeah.
effort went into that.
A lot of effort had to go into that. I think it was maybe tactical. He was looking for a fourth kid. No, but really, he was probably really nervous about it. Really, because I mean, these people are younger. He's 19 and he has 3 kids. So you imagine how much work had to go into that.
Wait, okay, what are their
She
ages?
is. Oh yeah. So
That's important.
she's 21 and he's 19. He
Okay,
has 3
so
kids, lives by himself, works and everything with these 3 kids. The ages are like kind of younger, I guess. Like, what was the oldest one? Was like 6, so it's like 6, 5, and 4 or something like that. So he
he's
started
So he's
having
had a
kids
19.
kid
super
since he
young
was
too.
13.
I guess
At
so. I mean,
13.
these are what she's telling me. So I think 14
Okay.
maybe.
Quick
Maybe
He
public
just
service
moved out of his parents'
announcement.
house. All this stuff. Yeah,
Quick
that's why I
public
said. I
service
guess there was
announcement.
some point to the rambling. I guess.
yeah, that would have been
You know,
nice to
it's okay to experiment when you're younger, but you know, practice safe sex. Use condoms. Okay. Pull out method does not fucking work. Okay.
It works. It
It
works.
would. I don't
But
know why you. Come on now.
okay, so
Don't be.
he's 19. She's older.
19.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say most people, but I'm gonna say it. Most people that age don't have kids. Just saying.
True.
So it's like maybe he was thinking, and this is all speculation. Maybe he was thinking like, oh man, she's an older lady. She's not gonna like me because I got kids. She doesn't even have kids, you know. Because if she never brought up that she has kids, then like he's kind of a loser. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like, I got kids. Like especially if he's not with that, you know, woman that
Any
he
of them. Yeah.
conceived with, right? So I think he was just trying to do the old bait and switch, right? The old get her in the door and then shut the door and then make her. And I'm not saying he's trapping, but he's just like he tells all the good qualities about himself, and then
Yeah.
I guess for some reason he's ashamed, or maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable talking about his kids, or thinking maybe she'll
Yeah.
just leave. Those are just my opinions, but I mean, like Jed said, you should probably talk about that. I
Right.
mean, especially
Like,
given the fact now at that age when you're dating, you're not gonna bring those up
I
unless you
guess,
have
yeah.
kids. So I would blame it more on his part for not saying that,
Definitely.
but
Definitely.
yeah.
Well,
I think his plan was. This is what I think his plan was. He's like, I'm just gonna not tell her about the kids. I'm gonna get her pregnant, and then when she wakes up at the hospital, we'll be like, you had quadruplets, and some of them came out kind of old. What? This is crazy. They're
Yeah, that
all
was his plan.
yours. That was
That
his plan. That was his plan. Yeah.
this is split. And then those older ones are gonna go, on weekends somewhere else. Woo!
Hmm.
I thought this was like a really crazy situation. One, obviously, younger, you're not gonna assume this person has kids. Two, how are they gonna like not talk about their kids or like at least give you a hint or bring it up somehow? Like, was this like turning into like a Tinder date that turned into like something else? Kind of situation. I'm not saying you're all on Tinder, just swinging it around, but you might be. Who knows?
Swinging it
You might be.
around.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think it also has to do with like probably like COVID. They weren't going to each other's houses a lot, maybe, or like he just didn't have her over at his place. I thought it was
He
really
doesn't want
strange.
his kids getting sick.
Oh yeah, that and like the fact that people are just kind of meeting up and then leaving or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think she's in the right, thinking, should I even be with this guy? Because that's just a little weird to me. You're not gonna even talk about your kids, shit. Like I know people that just, like Jed said, they don't stop talking about their kids. So that's just a
Yeah.
little weird. That
I would definitely like, if I was in his situation and like I was trying, I was dating, I would definitely put that out there. Like that's, by the way, I have 3 kids. So, if you want to stop talking, I get it. That's a lot of responsibility. I'd be asking you to put yourself on, And like it's so much worse. Like, you wait 8 months, you wait till this person's actually pretty attached to you. They actually like you a lot. And you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I have 3 kids already. It's like,
yeah, I think
I
that's what
have
he
to
was
look
doing.
at you. It like totally shifts their perspective of you like instantaneously.
Yeah, I bet he's gone through several women who, once he told, "Oh, I have 3 kids," it's never turned out good for him. You know, whether
Yeah.
it
That's the
lasted
problem.
whether it lasted the relationship lasted another week, another day, another minute after he said those words. So it's like I get why
But it'd
he
be
that's
but it's
why
better to
I'm
say it up
thinking
front.
exactly. So just
Maybe
get
he
it out of
Better
the
to
should
way.
say it
he
up
should be
front.
going somewhere where it's like people with kids meet or something,
Yeah.
right?
And
Like
is
Right,
this guy
yeah.
like a 10? Is this guy like a 3? Like what is this guy? Is he, you know,
Is he good to you?
is he good to you? Do you think he's gonna be I mean, I mean, I think she's just asking for like what should I do as far as do I leave? And
that's what it sounded like.
I would say eh, you're
Strong
21, you're still
possibility.
young. Yeah, probably. He's a younger guy, so I would
Yeah. I would
not
say at the
saying
very
that.
least pump the brakes.
I mean, at
At the very
19,
least
I was
slow
pretty
down.
fucking, dude. 19, watch out. If like when I was 19, you better watch out. Like I was fucking
Lady
wild.
killer.
I was wild, but
Yeah.
Lucky Leno got 3 kids.
I mean,
Well, he might.
and dude, I might in Spain. I don't fucking know, dude.
Plot twist: all 3 of this guy's kids are actually Lane's kids.
What twist? I got this from Lane's wife.
Yeah,
Plot twist.
actually.
No, I think my final advice would be, at the very least, back up a couple steps. Sit down and like talk to him about like why he kept this from you. Think about like, is this someone you want to spend the rest of your life with? And then, do you want to spend the rest of your life already having 3 kids and none of them are actually yours? And then think about like, is this the only shady thing he's done? Like, has he only kept the fact that he has 3 kids from you, or is he hiding something else? Is he
Does he have 3
kind of a
wives?
jerk? Yeah. Is he kind of a jerk? Does he have 3 wives? Is he,
Yeah.
are
Is
these
he
all
Mormon?
from the
Like
same
maybe this
woman?
would clear everything
That's my
up,
first
right?
question. Okay, are these all from the same woman, or are these
Yeah.
3 different kids from 3 different women?
Yeah, I would say
That's a big
I
difference.
mean, I don't know him right off the bat, but I'd say, yeah, red flags for sure. 19, young, doesn't really know what he likes. I mean, yeah, 3 kids, like,
I
that
mean,
guy
at
needs
least
to
he's
slow
taking care of
down.
them. That's kind of
I
cool.
mean, if he's taking care
Yeah.
of him, that's good and shit, right? But, like, maybe have him set up, like, see how he takes care of him. Like, set up a
Right.
date where you go with all of you, and see how he
Mhm.
treats his kids. Is that someone you wanna be around? Is that man a gentleman? That's my advice from the Gentleman's Bureau.
Yep. I'll put a stamp on that. Yeah. You need to witness everything before you make a big decision, whether you're gonna stay with him, leave, or just have a little bit of fun and then go whatever you're gonna do. You know, put an eye on everything. Get a good feel for it, and then you're really just left with 2 options. You either stay with this person or you leave. And I think strongly, if it was me, if I was in those shoes, I'd be gone for sure.
Yeah.
So, what do you
Personally,
think?
yeah. I mean, personally, if I was dating a girl for 8 months and then found out she had 3 kids, I'd just be like, "Yep, bye."
Yep.
Actually, that's a lie. I'd probably hang out for a little bit, but all thoughts of it being a serious relationship would go out the window.
I'd see if I could like get the kids to do something cool, like start my own little group of like baseball kids or something.
I'd get all the kids addicted to crystal meth, and then I'd leave.
Jesus Christ.
Just a joke. I'm just joking.
Oh, shit.
Get like, so you guys like go-karts, and then you're like, yeah, I have a father figure finally, and then go.
Just leave. Just leave.
He went out for cigarettes and he never came back.
It's always
He
the
didn't even
excuse,
smoke.
right? He went out for milk, never came back, went out for
I think
cigarettes.
those kids love me, and then leave them heartbroken when I go.
What if there was really a guy though, like a dad? You see him like 10 years later, after you're like 21 or something. You're like, Dad, did you get the cigarettes and milk?
He's just like,
No,
He's
son,
actually
I don't
holding
even know where I'm
cigarettes.
at.
He's like, you won't believe.
Yeah, he
the
plays like
story I
he
had."
plays some crazy fucking line like, oh, he just pulls a Joe Biden. Where am I? Oh, what's going on here?
Jesus Christ. Speaking of old Joe, I seen this hilarious meme the other day. It was like month 4 into Biden presidency, and 260 presidential executive orders later. It's like,
For
goddamn,
real, man. What did he sign?
he's burning
40,
through them. I tell
30?
you that.
He signed 40 or some shit in the first like 48 hours or 28 hours.
He signed a lot in the first couple like days or whatever, and it doesn't seem like they're slowing down. But I think a lot of them were like just going back on the
Yeah, it's
previous
just
administration's
reversions.
ones. So
Yeah, they were just reversing shit that
a lot
he.
of policies.
Do either of you guys know how many people were involved in the whole Wall Street bets thing? Like how many people like rose up to buy GameStop?
Oh, I know that their membership is like in the millions.
Yeah.
Now just think if we can get that many people to band together to fuck Wall Street for a day or two, what's the tipping point? You know, what's it gonna take for us to start, you know, gathering up,
Oh, Jesus
running
Christ.
drills?
Hold on.
You know?
Hold on. What are you talking about gathering up?
Getting together,
He's
talking
like,
about
being
things.
very vague. He's like making
Together,
strategic
talking
plans.
about things, making some plans, looking at some
Define.
maps. You know, what's it gonna
You know
take?
that they're starting like task force for domestic terrorism shit. Like
Isn't that Homeland Security?
basically no, they're cracking down. Like they're talking about doing a Patriot Act 2.0, like just even worse. It's basically gonna be Orwellian state. I mean, we're already headed there, but like it's basically gonna be there. But I mean,
Oh no.
I like what's going on with Reddit. I like that we're coming together. I like that the writing's on the wall. They see it. They're scared. I mean, look at Washington D.C. right now. They're boarded up. They've boarded up the whole they fortified that whole little. I like to call it a kingdom.
That green zone is permanent, bro.
It's permanent. Yeah, they permanented.
That's crazy.
So it's like
Yeah, I saw a video. It was like, you know, Trump and his family, like just walking down the street, like parade style, and then it was a picture of, you know, the fences and shit. And it's like when you're elected by the populace and when you're installed by the deep state. I'm like, oh boy, hot take.
We defeated fascism, everybody! Woohoo!
I always think of All Along the Watchtower, like that the lyrics to it.
Okay.
By Bob
Whenever
Dylan.
yeah, Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, whatever.
Honestly, I think Jimi Hendrix's version's way better.
A lot of people do think that. I for a while I disagreed. I liked Bob Dylan's just probably because I was in a funk. I was in that mood to listen to Bob Dylan and the way he did it because he did it very like trottingly. He did it very like there's a lot that goes into music where you can really paint the music in a way that makes sense. So like the way that he did it, the way he did it worked for his time. And then Jimmy came around just shortly after and was like, "Fuck yeah!" Tore that shit up the way he did. But yeah, what I was getting at was along the Watchtower. That just reminds me of what's going on in DC, right? Like they're fortifying and like they have their little workers in there, basically just working, serving for the government. The man. It's like there must be some way out of here. Yeah, I just like I don't know what's it gonna be. First it starts at DC, then it's gonna start at every capital, city,
Yeah.
or it's just gonna get like what's it to stop there in DC? You know what I mean? They did it in DC. Why don't they just do it? I'm not giving them any ideas, I hope, but like who's to say all these like Springfield, Illinois, or going over to every single state capital.
They wouldn't do it in Springfield. Everybody thinks the capital is Chicago as it is. They just do it in Chicago, where the governor stays most of the time, anyways, right?
Mm-hmm. Basically.
Oh my god. I know. I was talking to my mom, and she's back, in Illinois, and that big old town of Buda, what, like 600 people at the most.
Buddha.
And she's like, "Well, they're not gonna do anything here." I was like, "Of course not. You have like what, 5 people? So come on now."
Yeah.
And I was like, "But they don't need to. They don't they're not gonna come after you guys in the boonies yet." And but eventually,
everything always shifts. You know what I mean? Everything always
I don't
starts in the city, and it always goes out to these small towns. You don't see it at first, but
except
after a while,
yeah, like heroin starts in the city and then it moves out to the small towns. But on the
actually, it
reverse,
starts on the
crystal meth,
farm. Heroin
crystal
or the
meth
poppy seeds.
does the opposite. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. The poppy seed. Well, that farm is also in Afghanistan, though.
Yeah,
So,
right. Oh
or
shit.
fucking Vietnam.
Yeah. It's crazy. Think about it. I wonder how Butte's doing. I wonder how that whole area is doing, man.
A lot of snow right now, but they're getting through it. What I see the other day, there's people out and about, skiing over to neighbors' houses and stuff,
Really?
go drinking. I was like, oh my god. And somebody sent me a video about like they went into Casey's, a little gas station convenience store, and they didn't have a mask on. And somebody that I guess wasn't from there, maybe they were passing through, was like, "Why does nobody have a mask on in the store?" And they're like, "Because nobody cares."
Nobody cares.
You wear a mask, we don't care. Like you
I
can wear
love
a
it.
mask, but come on now.
I feel like that's how it should be, man. Do as you want. If you're
Well,
wearing if you're wearing
that
a mask,
town's so isolated. You know what I mean? So it's
right?
like that's why
For
they don't really have to per se.
yeah, like in those areas, it's just like, dude, you're already 10 feet apart from each other. Like you're out in the country,
Exactly.
like you're out doing your own thing. What do
Mm-hmm.
you get like people, they go to their farms, they farm, they go to this grocery store, they leave. Like, where are they going? Where are they going that they're gonna get COVID? Like these
Mm-hmm.
people are just hanging out at home, drinking beers in their shop. Like, what the
A lot
fuck?
of drinking, actually, like drinking beers at
Oh,
work, drinking beers at home,
at
drinking
work,
beers on the farm.
everywhere, yeah, just some good old boys.
Dude, like, because you start to think about what they do out there, and you're like, everybody drinks a lot. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I
like
know.
when I went back home, I was like, fuck, dude, gotta get a case of beer. I mean, like that's just like a requirement. It's like getting gas in your car. You can't drive your car
Can't
without
get too
gas.
low.
You can't be in you can't be in the bureau without some beer, you know?
Exactly.
It's I like
Oh
that though. I
Lord.
like that has that kind of culture in that area because it's like it's good times, you know. Good
Hmm.
times, especially in high school.
I think
Yeah,
it
it's
keeps
always
everybody
nice
really
to.
close. Like we can all get together and do something. Like
Yeah.
whenever people stop being, stop drinking, it's usually also whenever they stop hanging out with the community.
Yeah.
Well, there's church. You got church, and that's it. So,
Yeah.
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 so what's
I
up,
always
Jen?
like going home. It's like isolated whenever I go back. It's just like I can kind of forget about coronavirus for a little while because you walk into Casey's and I'm the only guy wearing a mask and everybody just looks at me like, "The fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Yeah,
Fuck
you
you
know what?
doing?
You guys are right. You guys are right. I'm just goofing.
Not
Whatever."
just goofing.
I go to the bar and it's just everybody's just hanging out, playing pool, shoulder to shoulder. I'm just like, yes,
Yeah.
life is normal for a day or two. But
Exactly, right?
just nice, dude.
It was like that
Maybe
in
maybe
Sweden,
that'll be the
surprisingly.
solution. We just gotta isolate ourselves in our small communities, and we'll be fine for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
let the bigger towns die out from this plague, and the rest small towns can just live on, same as always, farming, growing crops.
There we go.
Growing our harvest, drinking our barley.
But one thing I did want to bring up was, do you guys hear about the new constitutional carry law that Texas is proposing?
Yeah.
Oh my
You
So
god,
have
they
to
I've
sent
heard
it
a lot
through.
of
register
stuff
They
all
they
going
your
on in
doubled up.
Texas, though.
They doubled up. They had somebody put it in the House and they had somebody put it in the Senate at the same time. And it would
All right.
basically make it so anybody that can possess a firearm can legally carry it, holstered or concealed. If you
Okay.
can own if you can own a pistol, you
I thought
can
you
legally It's not
I
passed
thought you
yet.
were talking about the legislation, the HR bill of Texas, the Shakia
No,
one,
no, no. That's federal. That's federal.
the one that is like you have to register all your firearms, you have to
And pay like
have insurance.
$800 and
Yep.
bullshit. Yeah, it's ridiculous. That one's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Is it still?
Texas is
Where's
going in
that
the
at?
opposite direction. I
Nice.
haven't looked at it in a second. Let me
I like
pull it
that.
up. But
No, but it was
yeah, Texas
proposed
is.
by someone in Texas, a representative in Texas.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Democrat there in Texas. Not that I don't know why that makes a difference. It's just some
It's
person.
HR 127, Shabika Shaki Firearm Licensing and Registration Act. So it's by Representative Jackson Lee Sheila, Democrat, Texas. Introduced on the 4th of January. Let's see where it's at. It's introduced.
Yeah, it's referred to the House committee.
Hmm.
House
yeah.
Judiciary, yeah.
So what's funny is that the Texas representative is proposing stricter gun laws to the federal government, but the actual like Texas Senate and House state legislature is like, yeah, let's make it easier for our people to own and carry their firearms.
Good.
There you go.
Makes
how it should
you
be.
wonder what the fuck's going on.
That's how it should be, man.
How much did they pay Sheila to propose this bill?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder what Texans actually think about that. You know what I'm saying? I wish we could. Texas is
I'm sure
it's
that
a
they're
very
egging her
strange
house.
thing. Like I think Texas is almost its own thing. Like people say there's Americans like on the East Coast Americans, like West Coast, and then there's the Midwest, and then there's Texas, right? They're a little bit different than everybody else. So I wonder what they have to say about like what's going on with that. I know there has to be like all those people that have moved in there and they're like, yeah, because they come from a place that's like California where it's not so many guns, and they're like, yeah, less guns, woohoo, we're gonna change these Texans around. And then
fuck that.
like native Texans are like, I want a bazooka so I can hunt hogs. Like, I need an Apache
They do have a
helicopter.
pretty big hog problem in Texas, I'll say that.
Dude, it's ridiculous, yeah. And I don't really. I think it's so messed up that we want to restrict people's gun rights because we're afraid what they're gonna do. Like instead of worrying about ourselves and what we do with our guns.
Yeah.
But
And you gotta
I think it's
remember,
cool. Texas wants to reverse that a little bit in their state, and eventually, I'm pretty sure Texas is going to say you're going to be required to carry a gun. And that's cool. Like,
That'd be awesome.
hey, if you have two hands, you have to carry two guns. One of those hands has to have a gun in it.
Switzerland, they issue you an AR-15. You have to keep it in your
An
house.
AR-15, or is it just like a different gun?
It's an AR.
AR, nice.
Yeah, I
I
talked
mean
to
that's cool.
my buddy. He lives in Thun, Switzerland. And I was talking to him about it, and he said it was no big deal. He was like, "Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, the government issues us a weapon." I was like, "Our government would never fucking issue us a weapon. They want to take our fucking guns, dude. They're scared of us." But I guess they give it to
How
you.
does that happen? Like, do you have to request it and then they issue it, or do
I
they
think on your 18th birthday
ask
or whatever,
you to do it?
each house has to have one. No, like it's mandatory. Yeah, like each house has to have one. You have to keep it like locked away, and then the government has to know where at in the house it's locked away and shit. So it's like
then they're
they
like
are
allowed
giving
to
it
own.
to you.
Hmm.
So they're giving it to you, but it's
Yeah.
That makes
where
sense.
it's
But
at.
they're allowed to. But they're allowed to like purchase firearms too, right?
Yeah, they have a big day in Switzerland. I think, like a big shooting day.
Oh, that's
where
right.
they
Yeah,
all
you told me
go
about
shoot
this
their guns
before.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
One thing, my biggest, like the thing I always think about whenever somebody talks about gun control is like, well, if we just get rid of guns, then nobody will have guns and they'll like stop crime. I'm like, you got to remember, if you're going to make it harder for law-abiding citizens to own firearms, you're going to make it easier for criminals to own guns.
Look what
Or you're
happened
just
in
going to
Europe.
turn all of them into criminals.
Yeah,
Right?
look what happened in Europe. Like they have no. You can't have a gun in Germany. Like if you have a handgun or anything. Like so, what do? They grab cars. They kill people with cars, knives. Like this isn't gonna stop
They
people
still
who
get
want
guns.
to and
Yeah.
still they get guns. Like it's not fucking hard. Like man, it's like looking at a gun-free zone, and it's just like, man, I'm glad I'm here. No one can bring guns in a gun-free zone. Like there's
Yeah.
some
What was that?
magical enchantment. Like when you bring a gun in there, it just disappears or something. Like people stupid.
What was it that judge said, huh? What was it that judge said that like somebody that with a gun came to rob a store, if they find out that they're the only ones with a gun, they'll just put the gun down and turn themselves in. I'm like, what? Are you deranged? They find out
Yeah.
nobody has a gun. They're like, easy fucking day for me. Don't have to worry about some good Samaritan ruining my plans. What the fuck?
That's
I
right.
can't believe the stupidity of some people.
I mean, even if you go about like you ban guns, but you're not going to ban the knowledge of how to make a gun, right?
3D printing. I have all of
Yep.
the utensils I need to start 3D print. Well, I have all of them marked down, so I just I'm gonna slowly buy them. Just a 3D
Yeah.
printer, filament, the tubing. Yeah, super easy. You can 3D
It's
print
legal
guns now.
there, so you don't have to worry about it. But
Yeah.
if you 3D print a gun or you make a gun, you can't sell it. That's how it goes, right?
Well, yeah, you're right. When you can't sell it, you have to when you make it, you have to have it with the intent to keep it for yourself.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you have to contact the ATF
And put
on
some
certain
sort of
guns to
number.
get the serial number put on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
it's not that big of a deal then. Yeah.
yeah, so you
That's cool.
just but it's like how are they gonna know? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like
that's
it's so
Well,
easy
because
to
they're
3D
gonna watch
print.
this podcast.
And the technology
Yeah.
the technology is I mean, they have kits now. Like you just
Yeah.
order the kits, they have like essentially you just put it together and then
Yeah.
They'll have the barrel and the springs and stuff you need, and the rest of it
Yep.
you can just print.
most of
I
it
was
I will
watching
say,
this.
word of advice: the first thing you should do after you get your printer is go online, like Google it, and there'll be like a file you can download of all the plastic pieces, and then just like print all the pieces for the printer that you can. Because then if one of them breaks, you can just be like, oh, well, good thing I already printed one of those, and you can just swap it out. That was something, and then
Oh,
like
nice.
that'll also help you like dial in how to like use it, like the extrusion you need, the speed you need, because it's like it won't come perfect.
No, you got to practice on that shit.
Exactly, and that's something that I learned the hard way during my college years trying to print stuff out. They're very finicky, but once you get them dialed in, you can make some pretty dope stuff.
Yeah. Before we get off this topic, because I know we're almost done with it, I was going to talk about, how Mexico, it's illegal to own a firearm. Like, well, not entirely. There's like only one store and it's owned by the government or whatever, right? But the cartels have lots of firearms. It's so much so now that they're like building their own little cartel factory to manufacture their own guns. So they're getting like brand new rifles and stuff like day in, day out. And it's illegal, and they're still doing it. I bet they're using 3D printers now, and they're doing these things. So what's to stop somebody that really wants to pursue it? Obviously, I guess that's what I wanted to say before we got off the topic.
Yeah, and even lower tech, I know too many people that can go out and get a couple pieces of pipe and a nail and make an improvised shotgun.
Oh yeah, that's too easy.
Like I've seen so many videos about it. It's like, and like there's people even more advanced than that. Like went to like gunsmithing school and used to work for like gun manufacturers that like they have lathes and they have mills and they can sit there with hunks of metal and make you the guns that they used to manufacture within a margin of error that's not going to be a problem. And then you have all these people that have been spending like the last 50 years, refilling their own ammo, and they've been trying to, figure out how to like, if I make the shells myself, I can cut down that cost. If I pour my own lead out, I can cut down on that cost. And they're like, it's going to be really hard to actually stop people from having firearms.
Yep.
And,
yeah.
there's plenty of people that are going to fight about it.
It's already out of the box, man. There's no
It's
such
like,
thing as gun control anymore because it's already you can
mhm.
3D print them. So it's like, sure, you don't have you don't have a tracking serial number, but guess what?
I
I still
think
have a
why gun
working
control,
gun.
I think why it works here in Japan is like, one, we're an island country, and two, like, it's part of our culture not to have guns and like do anything like that, and three, like, if you want a gun, you can still like get a gun for target shooting, and you can get a gun for hunting, like practical things, But like, it's just not a cultural thing, and it's such a cultural thing in America now to have a gun, or even like other parts of the world, that you won't be able to get rid of it because of that as well.
Well, like look at that the double murder. Like if they would have had a firearm, if they
Yeah,
would have been
maybe that
armed
could have
up,
changed everything. You
definitely would have
never know.
changed it. Would have at least
Yeah.
equalized the situation.
But
Maybe if both of them had them. Maybe if both of
would
them.
you have been concealed carrying though, shoveling your own driveway?
Hey man, I know people that when they have a concealed carry, they take it everywhere, bro.
That's true. That's
Besides the
true. I know people
shower,
like that too.
they take it
I know people
everywhere.
that take it to the fucking shower too.
Well, just right outside. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's people, like, they get up in the morning, and they put on their clothes, they put on their firearm, their everyday carry,
Yeah.
like, and they're just in their house cooking breakfast, man. They're
Yeah.
ready.
You don't know. Yeah, you just be ready, man. Be prepared. It's like you just don't know. So I am
I I'm not
pro
gonna blame them
TA.
if they feel safer, and like Texas, for example. I mean, in Oklahoma and things like that, everybody's carrying constantly, and
Yeah.
if everybody has a gun,
Yeah.
nobody's out there robbing as much,
Just look at
right?
the
And
statistics,
Right.
man. Look at these places that have strict gun laws, and
Yep.
then look at the places
Crime
that
imperative.
goes
don't.
down.
Yep.
It just makes
Funny
sense.
funny thing about, like, having your concealed carry just sitting in your kitchen cooking eggs. So I don't have like a knife block. I only really have, like, like one kitchen knife that I kind of use for everything. I just keep it
Yeah.
really sharp and it works. But I didn't really have a good place to like put it. I didn't want to. I don't have a good place in the drawer for it. I don't have a block I could put it in. So instead of just like leaving it out, on a thing, I wanted to get one of those like magnet things that you put on the wall and you just put your knives on, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I was at Home Depot or Menards or something, and I found like a roll of like magnetic tape, and I was like, oh, well that might work, and it would have kind of, but like it's not enough. Like with the handle of the knife, it's such a thin piece of tape that it wouldn't like touch the blade because of the handle against the wall. But it's a really old building I live in, so like the electrical stuff is on the outside of the walls.
Oh
And you can
Jesus.
kind of see it like right here, I guess. Yeah,
It's out of frame.
So like right here is like a door frame, and then it's just a wire, and then it's wall because
Oh,
the walls
Jesus.
predate electricity, right? And that's how it all is. It's not like an open wire. It's like a channel with the wires in it. It goes all the way around the door
Yeah,
frame.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of funny. But I have the same thing in my kitchen, right? So I was like, okay, I'll put the magnetic stuff on the wire housing, and then I have enough clearance for the handle. But the magnet's not that strong. So like if I put the knife on it, it'll just slowly slide down until it's off the magnet. So I ended up having to like put it on an angle so that the blade's against the magnet, and then the handle's kind of resting on the like light switch box.
Yeah.
But it looks hilarious because it looks like I can just like grab it from like around the corner and just having a knife. It looks like I'm having a knife on the ready is what it looks like.
Just like
It looks
a
like
gun
some
on
kind of
your
like
hip, you have a knife
tactical.
on the ready.
Yeah, just like it looks like I have a tactical position set up to have this knife at the ready. It's looking
Tactical
goofy.
Okay. It was a long way to get there, but we got there. We
got
got
it.
there.
Yeah.
No,
That's how we tell stories here in the Midwest. We got to give you a bunch of backstory until we finally get to the point, which we could have said in about 3 words.
Oh, that's so true, man.
And we don't say, I think it's time for me to leave. We just slap both of our knees. Well, I suppose, and then we keep talking for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so true. People don't know. Like, I assume New Yorkers like they get through their day because they like that's why
Don't
everybody's
fuck
like
around.
gets stuff done in New York. I mean, like that's why Wall Street is in New York. Like people get stuff done.
They get shit
And
done.
in the
Over here, we
Midwest, we're
just
like
take it slow.
taking our time.
Yeah.
Everything moves a little bit slower out here, y'all.
We lack out on the
Y'all.
last.
Crack open my
Yeah.
6th beer.
Crack open my 6th beer and church.
And church.
God, I've seen people. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. So I've seen so many people that go to church, like before church they're drinking, and then like they enjoy a nice sermon, getting closer to God, and then bam, they're drinking before and after church, and it's just to hang out, I guess, with people. It's not like they're alcoholics. I mean, there probably are a lot of alcoholics doing that too, but it's ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah.
That whole culture, I think, like we have a big drinking culture, I guess, in the Midwest. I didn't realize until I got away from it.
Well, what else are we gonna do?
Seriously though, a lot of people just drink, make babies, like that's it.
That's
There's
it.
not much to it.
Story
Like
in a nutshell.
work. Yeah. Handfuls of people that I think of, like handfuls of people that actually have like hobbies and projects that they like to do, and it's usually like rebuild cars and drink, woodwork and drink.
Basically, man, the simple life, you know?
You know,
I don't know. I really like woodworking and drinking, so
Dude,
I was like,
I love working on cars and drinking. That's always great.
Yeah. It's usually like you get, it's not, I'm not saying like everybody's shit faced doing anything, but they're like,
No.
you know, hey, 3 beers and, you know, bam, I got the new muffler on or something.
Yeah, you know, you get off work, you know, you crack a beer, you start doing your, you know, your house stuff that you got to get done, working on your car, cleaning up the shop.
Makes it
and then
easier.
once you get done, you got a little bit of buzz going, you hit the bar for a couple hours, and you already did a little bit of pre-gaming, so you're ready to go. It's, you know, it's just the way to do.
I guess you're still getting stuff done, but
Still getting stuff done.
you're doing it with a buzz.
It just makes it a little better.
A little bit more
No.
A
enjoyable.
little easy.
A little
A lot of
easier.
functioning.
For the
a lot of
record, we are not
functioning
encouraging
alcoholics.
alcoholism. Only drink if you're of age, and never operate machinery when you've been drinking.
Yeah, don't drink if you're underage. Just huff paint. It's a lot easier to get.
Just
Nobody's
just
gonna be restricting kids buying paint.
just smell Sharpies a lot. You'll be fine.
Yeah. You know that super glue? Sniff it. There's drugs in there. That's drugs, kids.
Just gargle a lot of Listerine, but like actually spit it out. Don't drink it. That's it. You'll regret drinking it. Just gargle it a lot. That'll do the trick.
Shit. That's too good. Anything else?
Lane's out here yawning. Must be tired over there in Denver.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's only fucking 6:49, dude. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. Come on.
I work a lot, bitch.
Yeah, guys, it's like 11 o'clock almost in the morning. Why are you guys so tired? That's weird.
Right? Yeah,
It's Sunday.
funny.
Oh wait, it's Saturday for you guys.
I hate that. Someone
Just
says
act
it's
like
Sunday.
I just have no idea what time zones are.
Yeah.
Well, come on, guys. You can't do this.
Are we gonna edit this out? Stop it.
I mean, we
We don't
could.
have
We could also just wrap it up.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I kind of have to piss too. I really have to piss.
All right, man. Wrap it up.
Let's find a topic.
Lane,
I don't know.
give me that outro, and then we'll
Let
just
me
call
think of
this
a-
one good.
Topic when I take a piss.
Yeah, you want to do one more topic and then we'll wrap it up and we'll just
Sure, dude.
pee it up. I'm gonna pee and then we can do one more topic and wrap it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could just wrap it up, and I wouldn't have to do as much editing. But sure, yeah, man.
I'm sorry.
We'll get it
Hey,
on
we'll
top.
figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, totally outvoted it. It's whatever, man. No big deal. All right, so I'm actually not going to edit this out because I know that they're not going to watch this video all the way through, and I want to have a couple minutes with you on just you and me, We'll come in a little bit closer now. So usually Lane does the editing, but I'm taking over for a little while. I want to flex my creative muscles a little bit. I want to, experiment, get a little bit more understanding of editing for my own channel, which, by the way, I'm going to take the time to plug right now. It's called The Jedediah. That's THEE space JEDIDIAH. I'll put a link in the description when I publish this bad boy. But go over there, check it out. Random videos of, me doing stuff, some vlogs from years ago, some gaming stuff. Hoping to put some more stuff out there, but we'll see what the time permits. And here comes Lane back again. Cool. All right.
What was going on? All right.
All right.
So, what topic? Doodly-doo.
You guys are supposed to think of the topic while you were peeing.
That was a quick piss, man. I can't.
I was peeing. I wasn't thinking.
All right, fine.
Trying to hit the bowl.
I got a topic then. Have you guys written your name in the snow?
Okay, let's do a little bit better.
Wow, Jed.
I think we can do this.
Fucking great gentleman's bureau topic.
No. Come on, answer the question. Answer the question.
Actually, I have a better topic. This Tom MacDonald guy. Have you guys seen this guy?
Yeah, I've seen him. He's like a rapper.
Yeah, he looks ridiculous. One, two.
Kind of look like him without the tattoos.
Yeah, I don't braid my hair though. But either way, he looks crazy. I seen him. They had him on like Fox or whatever. I was like, this Tom MacDonald dude is nuts, looking like crazy. And then he was talking about his song, so I was like, okay, let me see what this song's about. Fake woke or something. And I was just like, oh, this is not too bad. Really ridiculously political. Like, and that's not really what I like, but it was really funny because he was poking fun at both sides of the political argument, and I thought that was great. I think we need more of that, where we don't care about whether you're a right or left, and we just make fun of both of you. That'd be wonderful. So it was neat to see that. Like, I never knew who he was beforehand, but maybe he'll come out of nowhere, and
he makes good. I hope he gets more publicity or whatever. They tried to do that. His record company actually, because I was watching one of his videos, and then he was on there talking about how his record company basically told him like, yeah, man, can't do it anymore because you're talking about shit that they don't want to hear about. Like, they don't want you to talk about this shit. So but I enjoyed his music videos because it was funny. It was shit that he was talking about. I was like, heh, yeah, So yeah.
He does add like a little bit a younger person's perspective on about like how both sides are, like everything that's wrong on both sides, and then he's like, if we take a step back, like realize that you don't have to be so divided and like so agreeing with like one thing. Like you can have a mix of things, and I think maybe that'll also lead us to better things like a libertarian party.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he had a couple songs like I saw on Facebook like a long time ago, and I was just doing something, trying to kill some time, and I listened to him, and I was like, this isn't actually that bad from somebody that's like not well known. I can't remember what the song was called. I'm trying to find it right now. Maybe it was Dear Rappers. I don't know, but like he has a couple of good points. He does something that like he actually talks about stuff. Like a lot of rappers today, they just drugs, money, bitches. And I was like, that's really
mindless shit.
Yeah, mindless shit. He pokes fun at rappers. He pokes fun at politicians. He actually talks about some stuff, possibly some pretty controversial stuff. I haven't listened to a lot of his stuff, but like he actually talks about stuff. He actually starts a conversation. He's not just pushing out mind-numbing bullshit like a lot of people, which is something I can appreciate. Somebody listens to music occasionally. Yeah.
Do you think he gets in the studio and they're like, all right, man, we're going to crank out another hit? And he's like, he's getting ready. Like he's gonna say some like mind-numbing stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like some like just club music. He wants to make it, but then like he gets in there, bam, the news pops up. He's like, no, I just wanted to do a regular song this time. Next thing you know, he's got to make a song about Epstein Island, and it's like,
That'd
oh
be
my
a
god.
fucking great song, Epstein Island. Just like make a banger hit called Epstein Island, just to bring awareness as to what the fuck's going on, and then like, or what went on, maybe still going on. Who knows?
So,
whatever happened to that estate, anyways?
I don't know.
It's for sale. Little St. James is for sale, and I hate to see the person that buys that thing, right? Like that guy has to be. You're like, who's gonna do it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's funny was I was watching somebody play Minecraft or something, and he was on this server with a bunch of other people that aren't like his like normal crowd, you know. He's like one of those like, I don't cuss on my channel, I don't say anything too controversial, I don't talk about politics. And he's talking to this guy. He's like, you know, like people from back home. A sentence isn't a sentence if it doesn't have a cuss word in it, you know. One of those quality people, you know. Fuck is an adjective, and I'll use it lucratively. But yeah, he's talking to this guy, and they're saying something or something, and he said something about Little St. James, and in the context, it worked, right? But like, the main like streamer guy that I was watching just didn't get the reference, and I was like, oh. It was just funny that like, I guess it was just nice that I had this little extra information. Like, I got that inside joke that he was putting out there, and somebody else didn't, you know. And it's just, it's crazy that like, what's happening with that case now? Is she still in protective custody?
Swept under the rug, man. There's too much shit popping up that we were just forgetting about everything in the past. I feel like that's what happens with these big people. Like shit'll like some crazy shit'll happen, and then boom, distraction, and then from there it's just like boom, 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 distraction, until you forgot that Hillary Clinton deleted all those emails all those years ago, and she's still a free woman.
They're going to delete himself. You're muted, bud.
My bad.
I'm not muted.
Yeah, it's like that scene from Ratatouille. It's like, ooh, look over here, ooh, over here. Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Remember that fucking health inspector dude?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, it was the head chef. It was the head chef guy. It's so
Either
fucking,
way.
and that's true. It's true. Anytime that we start getting wise to something, they're like, oh, but what about this talking donkey?
Are you trying to say something about somebody?
No,
Tonga donkey.
Shrek. That's another movie we should watch. Drunk podcast.
What,
we should
Shrek?
watch Shrek on Drunk podcast.
Shrek is life.
Don't.
It's all over now. You're the nice whoop.
Sneaks into my bedroom at night.
All
right,
everybody
so
knows
ridiculous.
we're okay now.
It's been so long. Oh my god. The internet. I think the internet has been good for us, but like us growing up with the internet, we have seen way too much ridiculous things, right?
Yeah.
And I hope to be
You
the
like
next ridiculous thing on
Rob Dyrdek?
here. That's true. All right, guys. It's about that time once again where we leave our beautiful audience behind to live the rest of their lives for another week and play in the daisies. I don't know whatever they're gonna do. Probably frolic. Hopefully they find a dog, and they love that dog, just like Lane loves his dog throughout the week, and then comes here and tells us about it.
He always tells me that the dog's like misbehaving all the time.
Nice.
Nice.
I just tell him to actually like train the dog, but he's like, eh.
Cool. Well, as always, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Let us know if you have any more questions.
Let's see. Comment challenge for today. Comment challenge for this video. We're gonna do what is your favorite movie ever?
That's a good favorite movie and a quote from that movie. Let's see.
Yes. Favorite movie and quote from a
Or you know
movie.
what? You know what? It's even better. Do a quote from a movie. We guess the movie. We comment.
Yeah.
We guess
Okay.
the
Yeah. The quote down. Don't even say who said it. Just the quote, and we'll make sure we'll see if we can.
We'll
figure
do
it
it
out.
honestly. We're not gonna Google what you put. We'll do it
Yeah,
honestly.
you won't Google it.
Jed, Mr. Movie
I
Man.
bet I won't have to Google. I've seen way too many.
That's
many
the thing.
movies.
Yeah,
I want to
between
know.
The
I
three
want
of
to
us
test.
will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jed has seen like 6 movies, so you'll probably stump him. But he's seen those 6 movies like a million times, so he could probably quote the entire movie to us. So
That's right.
we're not gonna tell you which movies, but he's seen them all like 6 times.
I've seen a lot of movies, guys.
All right. Well, until
All
next
right,
time.
like, comment,
Oops.
subscribe. Don't forget to tell us you love us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.